Top Coat Finishes here, talking about sanding and extraction on cabinet grade finishes. I'm in the middle of a project right now, a cabinet grade project that's very formal, very important piece, and I've spent a couple of days prepping and priming this piece to get it ready for finish. And one rule of thumb on that end of prep is get the prep right and prime heavily. The primer is the foundation of the entire finish system. And that's where the sanding comes in, because when you prime, and pretty much no matter how you prime and no matter what primer you use, you're going to have to smooth it off because you're going to have raised grain. And for me as a finisher, if I go into that sanding scenario and create any backwards motion for myself, I am losing money. And if the tools that I'm using act in a way that cause me backwards motion, I can't use them. And so that's a discussion that I've been in with a lot of people lately who are also exploring Festool sanders. And the best way that I can put it is that every sander has its own attitude. And those attitudes of the sanders are based on really three variables. And those variables are the grit of the abrasive that you're using, the speed of the motor on the sander, where you have it set speed-wise, and how much suction you're running on your extractor. If those three variables are not working in harmony, you're not going to get the best sanding experience. And that's where a lot of guys go wrong. They don't take the time to explore finding the sweet spot for that particular sander on the application that they're trying to do. And what happens when you don't find that sweet spot on the sander is you get chatter, and the sander feels like it's too aggressive for the footage task. That I'm about to show you features the DTS 400 Festool, and that particular sander in the task that I'm showing it in requires you to run the sander with the speed all the way up, but the extractor with the suction all the way down. And that's different really from most of the other sanders. It's pretty rare that you turn the extraction all the way down. But on the DTS 400 for fine sanding at a cabinet grade standard, you have to do that to get it to float. And I think you'll see in the footage that the attitude of it.